This program is made possible through the support of our generous sponsors. The Talk of Paynesville, a Paynesville Area Community Education production in association with the Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Talk of Paynesville, our new community live stream talk show. I'm Jacob Bertram.
And I'm Faith Dickhausen. Thank you for joining us live today. Please enter your questions in the comment section below at any time during this broadcast, and we will try to get them into the show.
Our theme for today's show is highlighting the class of 2020 graduates. We welcome the top students of the class of 2020, Skylar Burg, Allie Kalkbrenner, and Samantha Lieser. We also have a special in-studio guest, Mayor Jeff Thompson, talking about the class of 1970 plaque they'll be giving to the class of 2020. Of course, we have our local trivia contest, the Joke of the Week, Chamber Member Spotlight, and your Meg Wealth Management Money Minute. We'll start with this week's trivia clip. Alright, the question for this week was, when was the first K-12 school building in Paynesville built? The options are A, 1860, B, 1912, C, 2004, or D, 1945. And yes, that is a postcard of the actual school, and it's located where the elementary school is located now. So please enter your answer in the comment section below, and if you are correct, there might be a special prize for you. That's a big word there, might. We will give an answer later to the question later in the show, and good luck to all the contestants.
We welcome the top dogs of the class of 2020, Skylar Burg, Samantha Lieser, and Allie Kalkbrenner. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh.
First of all, congrats on graduating, and it's quite the accomplishment. I know this year didn't end the way you wanted it to, with COVID-19 getting in the way. But how does it feel to finally be done with high school? Skylar, we can start with you.
It feels pretty good. As to be expected, we did not get the closure that was necessarily needed, but it's exciting to move on to something new.
Awesome. Allie, do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. It's definitely surreal that it's all over, and it doesn't seem real, but I don't know, I'm finally accepting it and going to enjoy the summer, but it's kind of sad that it's all over.
And Samantha, how about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with what they said, but it's exciting, but also a little bit nerve-wracking going forward as something new that we have never experienced before.
If you could give some advice to the underclassmen or even students like me who are in middle school as to what high school is like and how it can be a positive experience, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that it's very important to have a healthy balance between all of your responsibilities, and that you should just follow your heart with everything that you do.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that, but I definitely would say just to work hard in everything you do, even if it doesn't seem like a big deal, still work hard and try to get involved in everything you can.
Yeah, that is good advice, but I'd also say, although you might want to procrastinate and push everything off, it's easier if you do it little by little so you don't overwhelm yourself.
All right, well, graduation will be a little different this year. We'll have a car parade around town, a drone group picture, and a parking lot diploma exchange. So how do you feel about the plan for the graduation ceremony? Skylar, we can start with you.
I'll just go. I am very grateful that we still get to have a ceremony, being the circumstances. It was kind of uncertain at times. And I don't know, we'll be able to tell our kids that we had that, but we didn't necessarily want it to go that way. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'm definitely glad we still get to have graduation. It's not how we all wanted it, but at least we still get to be there together and experience something. So,
Yeah, we get to at least see everyone again. We might not be able to be as close as we would have been otherwise, but at least we get to see everybody in person one more time.
Looking back on your high school career, what do you think would be your best high school memory?
My best high school memory would have to be going to Europe with the German class, but actually inside the walls of like Paynesville area high school. It would probably have to be all of, like the homecoming festivities.
yeah, I also went on the Europe trip, and that's a big memory from high school. But I also will miss super fanning football and just like supporting all of the sport activities and stuff, and playing volleyball.
I'd have to agree with those things. Going to sporting events, especially like the big like state football games, is a lot of fun and good memories.
The Paynesville community is proud of all of your accomplishments. Can you tell us what your future plans are for next year? Allie, we can start with you.
I am going to attend Mankato State University for dental hygiene.
Perfect. Skylar?
I am going to the College of St. Benedict in St. Joe, and I will be studying exercise and health sciences with the hope to go on to grad school and become a pediatric physician assistant.
And Sammy.
I am going to attend the University of Minnesota Morris for management.
Nice. Well, the three of you didn't have a chance to say goodbye to your fellow students or staff, and now is the time that you can give a shout out to your special staff or students who helped you throughout your high school career now that they're watching our broadcast. So if you could say one last thing to your teachers or students, what would you say to them?
I would thank all of my teachers, and especially Mr. Rasmussen, because he helped me with my passion of like human body systems and anatomy and stuff. And I would also really like to give a shout out to my peer mentoring class and Mrs. Faith, because they just taught me a lot of life lessons such as patience and encouraging and leadership, and I just will really miss them.
I'd like to thank just all the teachers. I don't think I could really just pick one, because they all had an impact on me in any way, and they all taught me to be the person I am today. So I just thank everyone, and I will miss my peers next year.
I have to agree with Allie. I want to thank all our teachers, but I don't know if there's one specific one. And yeah, I'm going to miss everybody and all the people at school. It doesn't really matter who they are. I'm just going to miss being there.
Thanks, Skylar, Allie, and Samantha for joining us on today's episode, and congrats on graduating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget that you can watch the Class of 2020 graduation on Sunday live right here on our YouTube channel. The stream will start at 2 p.m. with most of the action beginning at 2:30 p.m. when the car parade arrives at the high school. A good way to make sure you don't miss the graduation stream is to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell. That way you'll be notified each time we are live. Now let's hear from our sponsors.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
We are currently finalizing the Talk of Paynesville sponsors for our summer broadcast season. We had over 18,000 views for our live stream broadcast this broadcast year. If you'd like to find out more information about sponsoring our broadcast, please go to PaynesvilleCE.com and click on Livestream. We want to welcome Mr. Jeremy Wilner for this episode's Your Money Minute.
Well, thank you, Jacob, and good morning, everyone. I'm Jeremy Wilner, CEO and founder of Mag Wealth Management with offices in Paynesville and Wilmer. And today we're going to talk about 7 tips to successfully transfer wealth to your kids. So we're going to talk about the common wealth transfer mistakes, learn the 7 tips, and then how to get more information. So first, what are some common wealth transfer mistakes? And when we're talking about wealth transfer, we're talking about any type of asset transfer to the next generation. And what we've seen over the years, we're working with clients and beneficiaries, is that sometimes they do make some mistakes. And one of the biggest ones is that they spend mindlessly. They don't have a plan in place, they get money, and they go on a spending spree. Another is that they try to go it alone. They don't seek any professional advice at all. Another is that they act too quickly. Again, they're not looking at the long-term benefit of this money. They're looking to just move quickly and to do some purchases. Those that do go through an investment process sometimes tend to become paralyzed because the investment process, they believe, can get too complicated. And then finally, they provide money to family and friends, again, without looking at the long-term ramifications to those inheritances. So what are some tips? So tip number 1 is to communicate frequently. So talk with your children about budgeting, investing, and planning. This is really to get them prepared so that they know that something may be coming either during their lifetime or upon your passing so that they can prepare and plan for that. Tip number 2 is to consider gifting. Right now, the IRS allows up to $15,000 per individual to be gifted per year. And if you go over that amount, it comes off your unified credit. Tip 3 is to review your estate plan. We recommend that you review this annually to make sure that you have the correct areas on any 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, and life insurance. Tip 4 and tip 5 are for higher net worth individuals, but you could incorporate a GRAT, which is a grantor retained annuity trust, into your estate plan. And tip 5 is to set up an irrevocable life insurance trust, or ILIT. Inside an ILIT, the ILIT would actually own the life insurance policy, and then that death benefit would be excluded from the individual's estate. Tip 6 is timing is everything. Each beneficiary is unique, and when they would receive a gift or when you think they're ready for a gift will be different based on their individual needs. So really looking at it again and talking with those beneficiaries throughout your lifetime is the best way to look at wealth transfer. And finally, tip 7 is evaluate your life insurance policies. And what we're talking about here is not only checking the beneficiaries, but then looking to see, do you have too much life insurance? Do you have enough life insurance? And again, like I said, review the beneficiaries. So how can you get more information? You can comment on the Talk of Paynesville link. You can visit our website at magwealth.com. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll send it back to you.
Well, thanks, Jeremy, for joining us. And again, if you have any questions for Jeremy, you can visit their website at makewealth.com. Well, folks, we have a special guest in studio today. We welcome Mayor Jeff Thompson. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
No problem. You got something here on the table here. I'll be show the guests at home. Class of 1970 is presenting a plaque to the class of 2020. You want to tell us a little bit about this plaque?
Certainly. I was a member of the class of 1970, and we were to have our 50th class reunion this year. But of course, that, among other things, has been canceled. And a lot of us were pretty bummed about that. And there was some discussion, some weeping and gnashing of teeth. And we got thinking that, well, the class of 2020 is missing out on a lot of things too. The class of 1970 had a couple things that are of note. We were the largest class to ever graduate from Paynesville. We had 150 in our class at one time, and by the time we graduated, we were at 145. Then we were the first class to graduate from what is called the new high school. And so that was kind of note also. And we thought, let's do something nice for this class. There was some discussion. People wanted to do banners with pictures of the graduates on there and some other things. But we decided, let's do something a little more long-lasting than just banners. So I ran this idea by Maggie from the school board. She thought that was a pretty good idea, so I did a little more research. I contacted Superintendent Bullard, asking if that, we could go through and do this plaque, but then what? Does it pass from graduate to graduate like the Stanley Cup does? Each one gets it for a week. But I asked him if the school could find a place to put, a plaque on display, and he said, sure, we'll find a place for it. So I got the names of the graduates from Maggie. I think Amy at school here provided those. Contacted a plaque company, had it made, and here it is, and it'll be presented to the class officially on graduation day.
Perfect. Sounds good. And yeah, that's a great tribute to the class of 2020, and especially with that tough year that they had for the graduation year. Well, Mayor, since we have you here, there's
a catch.
There's always a catch. Yes. Would you mind give us just a couple updates on the city going on? I know the city administrator interviewing will have to be pushed back into the fall. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. That was another casualty of the COVID-19. We had a couple of our top candidates who were from out of state and would have had to have traveled into the state here. We wanted to do some community meet and greet type question events to help us narrow down the candidates. And because of travel restrictions and questions about lodging and group gathering for those types of events, we decided to basically start over again. So that has now been pushed out into, it'll probably be in October for the final interviews and November for potential start date. So that's going to be quite a while. Staff is filling in the meantime and doing quite well, considering some of the things that we have to go through with this COVID-19. City Hall, the counter is open. We've got social distancing marked out for the customers that come to the window. They have to enter in the north door through the council chambers and then walk through their formal line up to the counter and then exit out the main door. It's a little bit of an inconvenience, but people have been pretty understanding and patient about the process.
Sure, and that's nice that the city hall is back up and running, and different regulations there too.
Yeah.
You want to give us? I know the library is not going to be moving at this time. Is there any updates so far on the library itself?
No, it's not. That would have been a nice thing to do, but the unknowns about the future of the economy, and especially with the city budgets, would have been unknown and could some major impacts there. So that was decided, and hopefully the group that has purchased the building and is looking to develop it will find suitable tenants, and that'll be a positive part to the community.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to tell the viewers at home?
I was out to Veterans Park. We're putting a fishing pier out there, and it's not in the lake. It's basically a pile of dock sections. So hopefully people can, once that's up, people can go out and use that as a fishing pier and another opportunity to enjoy our beautiful lake and the park that is out there.
I had a quick question here too. I know that most of the Paynesville parks are closed at this time. Is there any idea when they'll be back open again, or how does that work?
The parks are open.
Oh.
The playground equipment that is on there is signed that it's not sanitized. So hopefully we are discouraging people from using those or letting the adults let their kids use those. It's in the beach too. Is at your own risk type of a option right now.
Okay, good. I gotta make sure I gotta keep up on my news there.
Yeah.
So thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, there are a lot of unknowns and things that need clearing up through this whole process. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mayor Jeff Thompson, for joining us today and being our first in-studio guest.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's hear from our sponsors.
This program is made possible through the support of our generous sponsors. The Talk of Paynesville, a Paynesville area community education production in association with the Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Well, folks, it's a new week, so that means new jokes. Here we go for this week's Joke of the Week. I brought our master of joke telling, Faith Dickhausen, here, so hopefully she has a joke after mine, and let's see how this goes. So, my first joke would be, why did the math book look so sad? Because it had all of its problems. Oh, I got a boo right off the bat. Okay, Faith, you can try one.
Alright, let me try.
Okay.
Why are cats such bad storytellers? Because they have one tail.
Oh, that's a good one. That's she topped mine.
Now our Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce members spotlight.
Browski Insurance Agency, LLC, is a professional, family-owned, independent insurance agency established in 1987. Their mission is to provide their clients with a comprehensive insurance protection and a level of service that exceeds their expectations. Call the wonderful people at Dabrowski Insurance Agency today. Midwest Machinery Co. is a committed ag, turf, and commercial dealership with a passion to assist their customer base with their products, knowledge, and support. They train their employees and their customers on the leading technologies in their industry to deliver the highest value with integrity and the highest ability. Visit MidwestMachineryCo.com for more information.
All right, now it's time to answer the trivia question from earlier in the show. The question was, when was the first K-12 school building built in Paynesville? We had a lot of people, wide variety. Can't forget about the intro segment there. That music just sets the tone for trivia. We had a wide variety of people guessing in. We had a couple people saying A, Dean Heike saying B, and Chloe Hemish saying D. Well, the correct answer was B, 1912. The building cost $40,000, and it was built where the current elementary school is located. Boy, $40,000 for a whole school building in 1912. We can have multiple schools around this town if we really wanted to. Well, it looks like Dean won again for the third week in a row. Dean, if you're watching right now, you're going to have to contact the Paynesville Community Education so we get your address so we could send you your special prize. And that special prize was that sticker I showed in the last episode. You're going to have so many stickers on your car, it's going to be unbelievable. That's his third week in a row. But thank you, Chloe and Ashley. Oh, Ashley Anderson had a comment there saying 1956. That wasn't an option, but thank you for commenting there as well. But Chloe, Dean, and another person saying their answers. Thank you for joining us for that trivia segment. And, good luck for our future broadcast. Faith?
Thanks everyone for watching. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and like this broadcast. Also, don't forget to enter your interview ideas in the comment section below. I'm Faith DeCousin.
And I'm Jacob Bertram. Stay safe and stay cool, Paynesville.
Paynesville.